Senator.
Just the words used, even that.
Senator, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to I'm going to have to go back to the statement that you just made, that the Marcos says, were you pertaining to the candidate now, Marcos Jr., when you said that he wasn't working?
Yes. Yes.
And the statement that you said about drug use, were you also pertaining to Marcos Jr.?
Yes, they were always high. You can have a list.
And why do you know
friends.
that? Why do you know that? How do you know that?
Well, we grew up in the same era. We grew up in the same time. Everybody hears about it. You know, they go to Stargazer, they go to I don't know, other discos, etc. And everybody knows it. And it was just accepted. Why? He's the son of the president. There's even a singing group abroad that mentioned, you know, that he's got people bringing him the stuff, you know.
But you weren't there for sure to witness it.
They denied it. I don't think they even denied that, no? Because everybody knows it.
All right.
And I mean, President Duterte said it. I'm not saying it because he said it. I know I'm saying it because during our time, you know, he's not very much younger than me. It's not like I'm 69 years old today and he is 25. It's not like that, you know. I mean, we're not very far from each other. So in those days, even I could afford to go to the discos. But I wasn't a druggie. And I can say that with a straight face, you know.
Senator Coseteng, we're just counting days. Let's go full circle here. We're counting days before May 9. A lot of people actually having anxiety, not being able to sleep because of what's going to happen come May 9 and after that. But I want to talk.
Me. That's including me.
Me also. But anyway, let's talk to the people now. Give them your message. I mean, you said a lot during in that letter, but two things that you want people to think about before they cast their vote come election day. Give us those two things.
I'd like people to, number one, think of our present. Number two, to think of our future. This is going to be a whole litany of things, but those two things I think are important. First. Second, we think of our country first. And then think of ourselves. It cannot be the other way around. I'm sorry. And finally, if we want to see things done differently, or if we want to see results, different results, sabi nila, walang nangyayari, pare-pareho lang yan, ganyan. You want to see different results? Then, let's do things differently. There are different ways. As they say, there's different ways of skinning a cat. But since my days in UP, 1970, I entered the University of the Philippines. You want to continue doing the same thing. Some people try to do things different, they will never win another election. Some people try to introduce new ideas, they will never win another election. Whose fault is that? Is the candidate's fault? You know, you have a Senate of 24 people. At the time, the House of Representatives had maybe 200 during my time. So you cannot do it just one at a time. And if those who can try to do something will never win for lack of money, for whatever other reasons, then we have to start rethinking what our solutions are. Not because Marcos is going to give us more gold.
We're going to have to leave it at that. I'm sorry, but we've run out of time. Former Senator Nikki Coseteng there joining us this afternoon. Nice to see you again.